Yes, you did. I don't recognize your name, actually. Interesting. Hello, hello, little DeAndre, Juan, BP, Luck. Welcome in. Hello, Carla. How you doing? How's it going over there on your end? Let's turn this music down a bit. You play Minecraft for 3 hours today. Nice. You're all home. You are home. You have become the home. You have entered the homeland. Glad to hear that you're doing. You're back in black. Whatever that song. However that song goes. Guess who's back? Back again. Okay. Hi. Hoi. Hello, you're still a piece of garbage, Mississippi? Sure. I mean, I can't argue, but I haven't been to Mississippi. Back in black and hit the sack. Hell yeah. Lagoy, welcome in. Oi! Lagoy, welcome in. Hi. I think today we might do a little bit of art. But the art is going to be me working on my schedule thing. Which is to say, I have to draw something for my duder. But I also have to, make sure it's a schedule. Finally, the ad finished. No worries. I don't recognize your name, Luck. I don't recognize your name. It's a new name to me. Am I stupid? Have you been here before? Am I dumb? You're playing. Okay. Hello, everybody. You'll be doing something. You're Luke, and no, it's your first time. Hell yeah! When do I get genuine friggin' like? Excuse my language, not friggin'. Genuine fucking new viewers off the bat. That never happens. Never happens. You're confused. I don't understand what you're talking about, Mississippi. You can't see the other chats. They're invisible. That's because they're on Twitch. Well, Caden, hi. You are Brazil. It's the entire country of Brazil is here. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Luke. That's what I'm saying. We have another Luke here. It's sometimes, not often, but sometimes. But I'll call you Luke because he's not here very often. Draw you, but your fingers cartoonishly stretched to make the sketch. No, that's not what's happening. No, I'm kind of loosely basing it on how Honey's schedule is kind of laid out a little bit. If you've seen Honey, her schedule looks pretty clean. But I'm gonna use like my design aesthetic here. This design aesthetic with like the little like dialogue boxes that I use, right? I'm gonna do that. I think something like that. But like kind of. I want it to be variable so I can kind of like slot shit in when I need it, you know? Fingers. Tasty, right? Murph doesn't like your design? No. So TV, kind of, right? Kind of like dialogue-y boxes. I don't know. Something like that. Did somebody say finger? I know you love getting finger blasted, Kraz, but welcome back. Or is it that you like finger blasting? I don't know. I'm not sure. I posted that theory today on YouTube as a short, a YouTube short, and I was gonna post it on Reddit. Ew, Reddit! I was gonna post it on the Deltarune Reddit, but you need 2,000 karma to post it there, and only my normal account, my personal account on Reddit has more than 2,000 karma. Chud alert! Yeah, only my personal account has more than 2,000 karma. My regular VTuber Reddit doesn't have that much, so I didn't post it over there. They require 2,000 karma to post there, because they're scared. I guess it makes sense, right? They don't want like every little Timmy to post on their Reddit, and that makes sense. It's a big game, right? A big game. Don't want little Timmy to post there. All you gotta do is go to R, am I the asshole? Regardless. The Tiger has entered the chat. Well, welcome in. And type, chat, I'm low on karma. I mean, and boom, it's Kara, if you have enough karma on Reddit and you want to post that short over there, feel free. I can send you the actual link, because there's a specific way you have to format the links to stuff when you post them on Reddit that are shorts. Otherwise, they just won't show up. It'll just be a link, and you don't want to be a link. You want it to show up on Reddit. Hello, you don't use Reddit? I didn't think so, but just in case. AJ Mac, hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Low energy beginning of the stream. Low energy, but we're gonna grow in size. We're gonna grow 3 sizes this day. Hello, Stephanie. And Kaboom on YouTube. Besides, like, a few specific areas. That's fine. Low energy, you say. Suck on my Fazbear. Kraz would happily do that. Adrian, welcome in. Maybe 2 hours in general. Have you used Reddit ever? I use Reddit for D&D stuff on my personal account, but on my VTuber account, I basically only use it for VTubing stuff. I only have like 800 karma. You need 2,000 to post. Anyway, regardless, I think it's a good theory. I wanted to post it over there. Whatever. First of all, your phone died at 27%, which doesn't make sense. You put it on the charger, bring it downstairs, so you jump from 27 to 16 fast. Well, that sucks. Have you ever streamed on Yahoo? On Yahoo? Yahoo has a fucking live? You can go live on Yahoo? That's hilarious. I kind of want to do that now. Suck on who's Fazbear? Yeah. No. That sounds fucking... That sounds like the biggest meme ever. I kind of want to go live on Yahoo now. Merps, make a Facebook? No. Why would I do that? Why would I make I hate Facebook. Facebook is cursed. I don't want it. And your favorite restaurant is now permanently closed due to bad food quality. Well, I don't know. You've been here. Make a Yahoo. I have a Yahoo. I have a really old Yahoo. I have like 4 really old Yahoos I haven't touched in years. But now I want to make a new one for Merpins. Fucking just live stream on Yahoo. That sounds very funny. It's me, Freddy Fazbear. Now suck. Do it. I know, I might do it. I might actually do it. That's a really good suggestion, Luke. Like, a really, really genuinely good suggestion. Even if it's just for a meme. Even if it's just for the meme that say, yeah, I stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Yahoo. I'm just gonna force the Yahoo agenda, for sure. Funnily enough, you joined the Discord by your friend, Fake Bob. You kind of forgot about the server until one of my stream announcements. Oh, that was probably today then, right? I announce my streams every day. But you've been here by Fake Bob. Okay, that's fine. I assume Fake Bob's like a kid, but you know what? I could be wrong. Unless Fake Bob is Bunny, but I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure Fake Bob is his own thing. Some role player. I don't know. He's here sometimes, usually not. We actually ran into him on another stream once. I forget where it was, but we raided and there was Fake Bob. And we were like, what the? Actually, I think it was. Wasn't it on the first time we went into the stream of Glorp Shido? Thank you. Yeah, it was on Glorp Shido. We went to Glorp Shido's stream and there he was, and we were like, what the fuck? You're here. Yeah, so I don't think he's a kid, but otherwise he wouldn't have been on Glorp Shido. Glorp Shido, just purely for the username, I love Glorp Shido. I think Glorp Shido is a fucking... Who is Glorp Shido? Glorp Shido is a PNG tuber, and they have the best username on Earth. They need a full VTube model. They're pretty rad. I think that the only problem I have with Glorp Shido is they do watch YouTube stuff on stream sometimes, and like that's fine. I don't like doing that because I don't like stealing content. I'm not gonna do. Like, there's VTubers and streamers that do that all the time, and they're big, and I don't want to steal. Look, I was an animator before I was a VTuber. Okay, I still am an animator. I don't post my animations on my VTube channel because that would dox me. And I'm not talking like an Ego Raptor like internet animator. I mean like a true animator at like, you know, Disney or whatever. I should watch YouTube on Brave. You know, I kind of want to switch to Brave. Hello, Mega Man the Robot. Welcome in. Another new name. I've seen. I know of Mega Man, but Mega Man himself is here. I've lost my train of thought. Can I personally send you one of my animations? No. I refuse to send my animation stuff to anyone that I know through VTubing. It keeps the mystery. It keeps the mystery. The closest you're gonna get to something that I've done professionally is the very first video on my YouTube channel, where I did that during college, where I edited a fucking I edited the fucking a fucking video for a class, and I posted it on YouTube. I'll show his face, but won't show his yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna do that. Can you let me borrow the number on my credit card? No. Anims, no. Most of the stuff that's like, most of my stuff is professional. If I have stuff from college I can kind of show, I guess, maybe, but like, I would only show it to close friend people. God, B4, what the hell? Well, Bunny, she sends you shit. Why not send her shit? Like, look, the only good animation I have from college is my graduation film, and it's not that great. Everything else is like either NDA stuff or would really dox the fuck out of me, and I don't want to talk about it. You gotta be right back. I'll be here. I forgot what I was talking about earlier. That ship has sailed in my brain. I don't remember. We were talking about Glorp Shido, but I don't fucking remember. Pirate one? No. I don't have a pirate one. Who is Glorp Shido? A very funny PMG tuber. We rated them a couple times. Oh no, that was from okay. The pirate one. No, the pirate one wasn't a full animation. That was an animatic. I made a bunch of like my V2 model is the closest you're getting. I made a bunch of like Big Noodle-O is close to your house. Okay. I made a bunch of I made an animatic, which is I put together a bunch of it was basically a storyboard that you put together as a video. And I didn't animate it. It was just a storyboard. And like a rough storyboard. It's not like an animated. Like some studios do animated storyboards. That's just animation. That's just animation, and they're calling it a storyboard. That's not the same thing. I made an actual storyboard and made it into a animatic. My graduation animation was about a veteran grieving the death of his daughter. So it's not funny animation. It's not you know. Sharing that with the shitters in my chat, you're gonna be like, that I'm not here for a sad time, you know. It is a sad film. I got after I showed the film in class. What kind of animation is that? 3D animation. After I showed that animation in class, that film in class. After the class, one of the students came to me and was who said that he's a veteran, and he said it was very good, and he like I guess he cried during class. I don't know, man. Look, I like making animations that make people bawl their eyes out when I'm doing it personally, which is also why I don't really do it very often outside of work, because it's also a big pain in the ass. Oh, fuck you, Merp. Why are you saying fuck you, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. It was 3D animation, to be fair. I did it in 3D. I used Maya and ZBrush. Mostly Maya. Yeah, the main character I modeled myself. The secondary female character. Actually, everything I did myself on that one. Welcome back, Luke. Welcome back. We're talking about sad animation. Oh, wait, Murph, do? I don't know, man. Hey, huh? Water. I used Maya. I'm mainly a 3D animator, Kraz. I'm mainly a 3D animator. I am classically trained. I can animate in any medium. The only medium I haven't actually had the chance to animate in professionally is stop motion, but I can do that too. You really want to get in animation, but you don't know how to draw a body. You just gotta practice. That's the shitty recommendation. But animation, if you're not good at it, if you're not good at drawing, your best bet is practice. And it sucks, and you have to do it a lot. And then eventually you get... That's how I became an animator. Practice. Pain in my ass. I have carpal tunnel in both wrists. But I don't feel it anymore because I'm very good with my wrists. Ew, practice. I know. Invest in stop motion hentai. Man, that would be the worst. Physically the worst. That would be the worst thing I can imagine, Kraz. No. Stop motion is already kind of uncanny with its movement, which makes it really interesting to look at. But also, I don't think that they would look very good with pornography. Thank you. Thank you very much. No. Keep it up, man. No one will support you. I understand. Yeah, that's true. Thanks, Freaky Goku. Invest in me. Trust. Absolutely. Merps, you pussy. Of course, look. If I was going to do animated pornography, I was going to do just porn, I would, you know, that's not what I would do. No. Stop motion is some of the hardest animation you can do. Like, legitimately, it's one of the hardest animation forms. It's the easiest form for a non-animator to get into, but to do it at all professionally, it's the hardest thing to do. There's Fake Bob. Wow. Yeah, you talk about him one time and he shows up. Thanks, Luke. Welcome back. It was good seeing you over at Glorp Shitto the other day, Fake Bob. Welcome back. We got our new Charismatic Convoy and B4 combination here. Fake Bob and Luke. Where one of them was here first and then introduced someone new to the stream. Speak if the devil. Damn, I must be the devil then. Shit. Nah, that's stupid. You rated before I rated. You rated before I rated. R-rated movie. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Glorp Shitto is pretty funny. He's worse. He's SpongeBob. That's true. So Fake Bob's like a B4/Kraz fusion. No, Fake Bob and Luke are like B4 and Kraz because Fake Bob came before Luke. I think, unless they're the same person. I don't know. I don't think they are. Hello, Void Cat. Welcome in, Sire. Sire. We might do some art today. I'm thinking about it. I might do it off stream, but I kind of want to do it on stream. It's not exactly super stimulating art. You tore your ACL. Holy shit. What the fuck? We have a professional football player here who tore his fucking ACL. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Man. Well, I hope you get better, man. Thanks for popping in. Since when? Since that time I tore my ACL? You fucking... Seriously? Seriously? That's how it's gonna be, huh? See you later, Fake Bob. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. Appreciate it. Whirlwind of emotions. Zen. Well, good evening. Good evening. Hello, welcome in. We're just chatting for a bit. I might do some art. I might not. I might play some games. I might not. Your teeth are bleeding. What? Why are they bleeding? Before, did you brush your teeth or floss? And now they're bleeding? That means you should be flossing more. You made an all today. A what? A what? teeth? They're eating my flesh. Anyway. Yeah. You think B4 teeth are... They're brush with a paint gun? What? An awl? It's used to make holes in leather? I thought that's what you meant by an awl. But it also... But most people would be not saying that they made an awl. So I had to be sure.
No. Stop it, Gandalf.
And make sure it wasn't just a typo. It sounded like a either woodworking or leatherworking tool of some kind that I've heard of, but 99. You're a blacksmith, so okay, there we go. 99% of people wouldn't have made one of those. So, an old timey blacksmith in the chat. He's here making an awl. Probably for like Ren fairs and such, or do you do it professionally for like horses or something? There's an elephant. You must address Merps. What's the elephant? What kind of elephant, B4? What are we talking about? Are you drunk? Are you drunk and or high and or both? And or. McMurpies? That's me. Well, kind of. It's kind of me. It's someone else, but it's also me. You make your own tools for your work. You just make stuff as a hobby. Okay. So you do a bit of everything. You needed an awl, so you made one. Okay, makes sense. I mean, like, if you're a blacksmith and you need a tool, you might as well make it yourself for the most part. Unless you have to use woodworking, you don't know how to do woodworking. But if you're doing everything yourself in the first place, you probably know some woodworking at least. You're an elephant? LARP Larpins? Oh, okay. Thanks, B4. Yeah, LARP Larpins. That's right. We got a blacksmith in here? Yeah. Where's the blacksmith? Where's the blacksmith? I'm turning into fucking Markiplier here. Where's the blacksmith? Hello, it's me, Markiplier here. No. Let's have another sip of water. Remember when Markiplier existed? Make me a sword, I'll pay you in goblin. Goblin these nuts. Remember Darkiplier? Look, man. That's nothing. That was a nothing statement. Not that my statement was more than a nothing statement as well, but still, you can list some of the things you do if you want. I'd love to hear. Darkiplier is the original LARPer, is it? I don't know, man. I haven't watched Markiplier in a bajillion years. Since, like, around the time I started college. Like, 2014. Like, legit. It's been that long since I've, like, at all really watched Markiplier. I think the last video that I watched of his was the cat one, where he goes, meow! And then he also did a cow one. Wow, so old. I know. I'm a million years old. I'm 9,999 years old, specifically. I turned 10,000 in May. Well, Darkiplier was made in 2012. Well, I don't remember fucking at all, okay? I mostly watched Game Grumps, okay? And I watched a little bit of Markiplier on the side. Okay? Mostly Game Grumps. Which I haven't watched much of lately either. I kind of stopped watching a lot of YouTube. YouTube has been consumed with shorts content. YouTube is all shorts now, and it's less interesting for that reason. That makes me sad. I like making shorts and making short content, but it makes me sad that it's just not as easy to find fun stuff now because it's all buried. You must no hit pink now. Why would I do that? A wandering trader walks to you. You leave the game. Should you leave the game? Sure. Tailoring pottery. You've spun yarn before. Basket weaving, blacksmith, woodworking, leatherworking, flint knapping, jewelry making, mechanics. Okay, rope making and knitting. You do a little welding too. I mean, if you're doing blacksmithing, of course you have a little bit of welding in there as well. That's good. That's a lot of stuff. You like making stuff, so you make stuff. I've thought about getting into woodworking. I feel like I would hurt myself though, which is why I haven't. Which is why my wife advocates that I don't. And I understand. I'm clumsy, so I'm probably not the best person to be working with my hands like that. But, you know, Zen sounds cool as fuck. I know, right? Maybe if I lost some weight, I'd think about doing, like, stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I'm too lazy. I'd rather use that time to stream. It's cool, though. It's really cool, actually. You did some stuff like it. But, Kraz, you did some stuff. Were you playing with your balls again? You need to stop. The Olympics are over. You can't keep doing this to yourself. You're gonna tear your ACL. You're gonna tear your ACL, Kraz. Does Zen live with the ancient Tibetan monk? It takes a lot to get the name Zen. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know him. He's new to the stream today too. Like you, he came in today. New man. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'd remember the name Zen, I'm sure. Zen is really simple. I think I'd remember it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Your ACL's a strong boy. You came here tomorrow. I think B4 is drunk. I think B4 has been drinking and is drunk. He is inebriated. I think. Lots of cool new dudes coming in today. Yeah, for sure. A lot of cool cats. You came in the year 2047. That's a while from now. No, you're not Pomni. You're very angry. Yeah, I think B4 is drunk. I'm fairly certain. B4 has been drinking or smoking something, or he's really, really tired, or he's really, really cringe. Could be a little bit of everything. Could be a little bit of everything. You're drunk, Luck? Nice. You cannot smoke. Because of your lungs. You don't have any, right? Acting like he wasn't cringe already. And that's a good point. Drinking doesn't take smoking. You have to snort it. Yeah, for sure. You have asthma. Okay. I mean, you can eat there's edibles, you know, that exists. Could be high off edibles. When I say you're smoking something, I don't specifically mean that you're literally like you've taken the cannabis. Maybe. How do you breathe? With your nose or your mouth? Some people breathe in through their ass, though. That's irregular, but it can happen. I have a very mild amount of heartburn. Very mild. Why not the eyes? Well, it would tickle. If you were drunk, would I be able to tell? I don't know. Depends. You turn to the SpongeBob. Oh, that one.
She sounds like this, or something deep like that. Ah, yeah, the chocolate.
Yeah, that guy. That one.
Down in here. Yeah. What are they selling?
Chocolate.
Ah, I love chocolate.
Yeah, that one. I have not heard of that at all, actually. Remember when chocolate was first made? Sweet, creamy chocolate. You always hated it. Okay. Bum bitty. Okay. That sounds familiar, B4. That sounds familiar. Why? Zen is just he's just no, that's not what's coming to mind. Some kind of video game, I think it's from. I don't know. Zen is just not Adam Sandler. He's oh no, Zen. Oh, I'm sorry, Zen. It's an acronym for the real life superhero community. Oh, okay. Zen is Zen farming. I don't know. Not a video game, but that's what's coming to mind. Bum bitty 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 bum bum. It's not coming to me, but like it's like there on the periphery of my mind. It's there. Where's Piss Boy? You know about Piss Boy? Germany is here now. Wow. What? I'm sure he did. It's from 8 Crazy Nights. Yeah, but there's another thing that has that quote, and I can't think of what it is. It's on the edge of my mind. I'm sure I saw it from that. All of Germany. We had all of another country here earlier. I forget which one. You don't know? Then how do you know a Piss Boy, Luke? How do you know a Piss Boy? You need to increase more living spaces. Living spaces. Hello, Ryland. Welcome back. You can smell his piss. I mean, yeah, everyone can smell his piss, but like, how do you? That's like Merpin's lore. How do you know a Piss Boy? How does he know it? Krez, how does he know a Piss Boy? What the fuck? How does this guy know? He has to be someone. Look, he's gotta be someone. Spy check him, right? He's gotta be someone. It's definitely not Steffi. It's definitely not Steffi. You did say you're Luke, but I don't... Are you the Luke that we know of, Luke? Or but like you said you came from... But you said you haven't been here before. The community has basically just do community service and superhero suits. It's really fun, but kind of depressing sometimes, because if you're in a city, you see a lot of homeless... It makes sense. Yeah. It's not, I know it's not B4. B4, I'm pretty sure it's not you. I mean, you both sound pretty cringe, but you don't want to change... Okay. Well... Let's see. Show me black and white. Well, he's gone on my channel, at least. Can you please call you Leah, because you're actually the guy. And my phone, your Nintendo Switch are both dead, and your mom said you can have her phone. Only if you pass the following tests. Only if you pass. Let me go to the void first. Give me a second. Let me go to the void. All right, there we go. Only if you pass the following test. The trials begin. What is your favorite episode of King of the Hill? How's my day been so far? It's been pretty good. How about yours? Anyways, the reason why you know Piss Boy is because you and Fake Bob talk about random stuff from servers we're in. You just know the name Piss Boy. You don't know who is Piss Boy. Well, Piss Boy is Kara. Carla, I call him Carla. Most people call him Kara. Some people call him Solga. Depends on the name you want to use. Or you can call him Piss Boy. And he's here often. He was here a little bit ago, but he only came in to say hi. He hasn't joined the chat or nothing, but who knows? You haven't heard much from the real life superhero community in a while. Oh. Season 1, Episode 2 is a classic. What are the tests? Season 1, Episode 2, it's a classic. I mean, what's in Season 1, Episode 2? Give me a little bit. He's just if he. Okay, I have it here. You've been good. Made an all. Currently processing. Like the guy from Deltarune? Yeah, well, technically from Undertale, but, yeah. That's definitely not Season 1, Episode 2. In fact, I don't think there is a basketball episode. I guess Bobby Slam is episode 2, season 2, episode 10. Regardless. Who's your favorite Italian brain rot? Italian brain rot, brain wart sucks? Okay. You can't remember the episode name, but it's one where they use charcoal instead of fuel. Oh yeah, that one. The early season one. Isn't Bobby Slam wrestling? Season 1, episode 2 is the one with sex education, where Hank doesn't want Bobby to learn about sex. Your favorite Italian brain rot is Alfredo. Same, because Merpens has given you rats once, and rats make you crazy. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Test 3. What's 9 plus 10? This one's easy. I've always been crazy is the thing. Always. We await your answer, dude. No answer, and you'll be sent to Mars. I'm kind of on the fence to send to Mars anyway, but still. Definitely too. They put you in a rubber room full of rats too, Merps? Always. I'm always there. No, that was quick. Good one, Kraz. Holy shit. Fucking so fast on the draw on that one, man. Holy balls, you were fast on the draw with that one. They didn't even load in by the time they were banned. Yeah, hello, welcome back, Melon. Quickest gun ever, hell yeah. You can ban that previous dude, Kraz. You can ban him now, the Jessica one. It's fine. You take the amplified blue and the reversal red and you mix them to create hollow purple. What the fuck are you talking about, Rylan? Draw, cowboy. What's my opinion on dragons? Well, first of all, dragon my balls. Second of all, they're pretty cool. My wife loves dragons. Who's in Frog and why did his messages get deleted? Because he was immediately spamming. I think it was a bot because he sent like 7 messages all at once, which is usually a bot thing because they can send messages milliseconds apart. Using kind of like a auto clicker type deal, kind of. Yeah. So that was definitely the case. But you know that wyverns are theoretically possible? Yeah. For sure. I'm sure. You're Merpin's master. You know, Merpin's the biggest fan of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. I've actually never seen an episode of My Little Pony, and I have no intention to. When I was in college, I had a roommate who was obsessed with My Little Pony, and he's exactly how you would imagine that a man obsessed with My Little Pony would be. Imagine the first thing that comes to mind when you say, this man likes My Little Pony. It was that. The most chud of a man I've ever seen in real life. Take a Quetzalcoatlus and give it a venom spitting thing and some special of Cobra, and you got a Wyvern. Yeah, for sure. Like an Omega level chud? Absolutely. Absolutely. Not only was he in the game art part of the school I went to, he was in game art. He spent most of his time watching YouTube, playing video games, and drinking Mountain Dew and eating Doritos. Not joking. And watching My Little Pony. He had a neck beard. He was balding. He had a ponytail. Fucking, his name was Harley. It's everything. It's everything about this man. He was the poster child of chud. Very funny. Very funny. I think he's a nice guy now. I think I've heard that he's doing okay and he's fine. But he's the biggest 2010 chud I've ever, at least at the time. Biggest 2010 chud I've ever seen. It's fine. We were roommates for 6 months, and I stopped going to the fucking to the fucking dorm. Personally, I don't like Doritos. There's a few flavors that I like. Most of them, I'm like, I think I'm gonna leave them. He was like that guy from South Park, kinda. He wasn't that fat. He had like a very square body. He had a very square body. He wasn't super fat, but he wasn't super skinny either. He was like middle of the road. You know? He was like probably like 5'10" or some shit. Not like out of proportion for his body type, but still very funny. You're gonna go now? Go to sleep? Okay. You've been up for 18 hours doing bullshit, so that makes sense. Ah! Man, you hit me with a rock, you fucking... Okay, it's fine. See you later, B4. I'm gonna get out of being black and white then, if you're leaving. I'm gonna turn back to normal. Turn back to normal. Hit him with a rock. You did already. You know what he should have watched? What? I'm gonna stay up for more. I know, right? I know, right? At least hit the 20-hour mark, right? Two more hours, man. 2 more hours. You can do it. I'm just kidding. Go to bed. You think it's cool that wyverns could exist? You mean you don't? They don't? But it's biologically possible. It's cool. I mean, technically speaking, wyverns probably already existed during the at some point during the time when we had dinosaurs. I wouldn't be surprised if something like a wyvern existed at some point. I think it's like 95% of all species that ever existed don't show up in the fossil record, because it takes very specific conditions for fossils to actually show up. Otherwise, they basically just rot away and turn to oil. So we have lots of oil, but not very many fossils. You're sneezing every 5 to 20 seconds. Your allergies have also been fucking you over the entire day. Go to bed, man. Go to bed. You wish all the cool animals didn't go extinct? Yeah. Imagine if we still had the dodo bird. That'd make a cool pet. Drink a bucket of milk that gets rid of every effect. Yeah. Yes, you will. You will. Okay, good. So you choose to believe that wyverns were a thing in the past because it gives life whimsy. Look, the sheer amount of animals that if we've only found 5% of animals that existed in the past in fossils, and there were 95% more that we couldn't find because guess what? They're not going to show up in the fossil record. They just rotted away and turned it into fucking oil. I would not be surprised if something like a wyvern existed. In fact, some of the rarest animals that we find in the fossil record are flying animals. They don't show up in fossils as well. So, unsurprised. Not all of them. Not all of them, Kraz, but a lot of them, I guess. Something like that. I'm not a fucking paleontologist. I'm not a scientist. I'm an animator. Everything is a JoJo reference. Yep. For real, for real. Absolutely. Life is a JoJo reference. Boop, 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 boop. Let's skip this song. I'm gonna skip this song too. I'm gonna skip this song too. This one's okay, but I'm gonna skip it. Deltarune! Skip it. This one's good, but skip it! I want someone else. No. Pest control? No. That one's okay, but no. Forever? No. No. We'll find one eventually, guys. This one's good. We'll keep this one. So what am I gonna do tonight? We've been live for an hour. Almost. What do I want to do tonight? I could do some art, but if I'm doing art, it's not gonna be really entertaining art. It's gonna be me setting up my schedule thingamadooter for future streams and having it in such a way that I can just kind of change it whenever I want. I could do a game. We could do a game. Everyone fucking left all at once. What the fuck? We could do some Chrono Story or something. Damn. Right now it's just me and you again, Kraz. And this art guy. Amori, maybe, possibly. Sucks there were some cool dudes. Well, most of them followed. Those that were new followed. So it's fine. We got gains. Tots, say any sentence and you'll prove that it's a Geometry Dash reference. I don't give a fuck about that, Tots. Welcome back, Luke. Sorry, welcome back, Luke. My bad. Currently watching at the work office. Oh, you're working right now. You're at the office. So you're not drunk? Or are you drunk at work? Or are you drunk at work? Who says you can't be both? That's a good point, I guess. That can point to some underlying issues. But, okay. He's drunk at what now? What do you mean? Just sub because you make good background noise while you process raw material? Excellent. I'm glad that I do that. Thanks for the sub, Zen. I appreciate it. We're getting up. We're at 1,700 and something. What are we at now? Let me see. What are we at now? You tell me. 1713. We're at 1713. We'll probably get to 2,000 before fucking before Halloween, possibly. The show. Yeah, sure, Tots. Welcome to the Family Guy Super Guy. What? To the Family Super Guy. Gotta go. You got you need to binge watch Bleach. You know, I have been meaning to rewatch Bleach. I need to rewatch all of Bleach so that I can watch the new Bleach stuff because I haven't watched it in years. It's been years since I've watched Bleach. I'll probably look up a guide on what episodes I can skip because there's quite a few filler stuff that I can just skip Bleach. But I'd like to rewatch it. I remember it being really good, and I know the new stuff is said to be really, really good too because they're finally fucking finishing it. God damn. You're on episode 647 on One Piece. I haven't been watching any One Piece. I don't watch One Piece. I'm waiting for it to come out on Netflix because Netflix is going to be redoing it. If you recommend playing Gartic Phone, I would play Gartic Phone if I had some friends over to play. If we had like Bunny and like Carla and like my wife, maybe like Paper Bag. If we had enough people for like Gartic Phone, we'd play that, or like Mecha Chameleon or something. But like those are party games with people, and I have no friends. I'm just kidding. I have streamer friends. We just don't have people that want to stream with me right now, and that's fine. Either they're working or it's late for them with viewers. Nah. Viewers aren't people. Come on, Luke. If I'm gonna do art right now, I'm gonna do the fucking schedule I was talking about. Like I gotta make a nice appealing looking schedule. What about you, bro? You work at the Cum Factory. You've served your duty. You are a citizen. Viewbot 420 reporting for duty. Hell yeah. We got Viewbot 69 over here with Kraz. Unfortunately, we're missing Viewbot 67 with Carla. He's not here right now, but that's fine. It's kind of for the best. You're always allowed, Kraz. You're even allowed to join the chats on Discord, despite you not doing that. You are the green lighted. Bleep blorp, you like cock? Yeah, I know. That's a good statement. Then you must be allowed to chat on YouTube. I mean, yeah, you can come over to the YouTube side if you wanted to. Exclamation point or YouTube, you go to there. I like it when people are on Twitch, though. Twitch has more fun stuff, like into rocks at me and stuff. Or turn me into McMurphy's if you wanted to. If you have enough points. Your keyboard lit on fire, burn your wrist. Doc said you can't play, but you ain't let's not role play in my chat. Let's not LARP, please. You'll join one day. I understand. You've also joined for like playing games before, like with the meme thing we did before with Bunny and Carla. Without LARPins? Okay, this guy has to have been here before, Kraz. This guy absolutely has to have been here before. What the fuck? The LARPins thing is new. The LARPins thing is new. We haven't had SpongeBob, Fake Bob in here since you came up with the LARPins thing, Kraz. This guy has been here, and he's lying about it. Who the fuck is this guy? I know LARPins is kind of the way to go in the Mind Palace way. Shit. You know, you're right. Never mind. I'm looking too far into it. B4 did come in as LARPins for a minute, and Luke was here for that. So that kind of tracks. Okay? It kind of tracks. I'm fucking onto you, Luke. I'm fucking onto you. Fucking watching. Fucking watching you. Valeria Surreal. I'm not gonna pronounce your whole fucking name. Hello, welcome in. We're just shooting the shit, talking about nothing right now. Kind of. Being suspicious of Luke. Who may or may not be, yeah, VSL, yeah, for sure. A Vietnamese sign language. Oh, Mind Palace is a cool thing. You personally use a filing cabinet. Each topic is a drawer. Each memory is a file. My Mind Palace is... disorganized mist. I don't have an organizational pattern to my Mind Palace. It's like flipping through a staticky television. I feel like that's probably what it's like in my brain. Got a mind check? Yeah. That's fine too. My Mind Palace is just an old TV. Ow. Pain. Nose of water. Ah. God. Yeah, Welcome back, Beep. Welcome back. I love having live chatters in the chat. It's always fun. It's always fun. It makes the chats more easy to talk at. Because I'm bad at coming up with my own chatting topics. Unless I have one that I came with, which I usually don't. You wonder what? What do you wonder, Luke? I swear to God, there's one statement that you could say right here, and I would be like, this guy is someone who's been here before. I have a specific statement. Should you tell everyone who you are? I mean, if you wanna, if you've actually been here before, and you're someone else. That's what I thought. Mind if you yap about your current special interest? Sure. Sure, that's fine. Kraz, I was half expecting Luke to be like, I wonder, and he was gonna be like, and I was gonna be like, what do you wonder? And he was gonna be like, what's the stupid quote? Something or smothered. What is it? Would you rather be something or smothered? What's the quote, Kraz? Blown or smothered? Thank you. Yeah. If he had said I wonder, and I said what do you wonder, and then he asked blown or smothered, that would have been the nail in the coffin. I'd have been like, this man has been here before. Now that's the deep lore. If it was someone really trying to fuck with me, that's what they would have done. That's 100% what they would have done. Conspiracy theory, Merpin's channel. Who the fuck is Luke? You know? I said it could be, but I doubted it. Bunny comes in the chat frequently. She's one of my moderators. She's another VTuber. She comes onto my streams often. She'll be coming back on Monday. She'll be back on Monday, and we're gonna Jarona, and we're gonna. Speaking of Jarona, we're gonna be playing more Deltarune on Monday. Yeah, more Deltarune on Monday together. She voices Susie. You've been focusing on woodworking currently. Yeah. What kinds of wood do you want? Do what? How to identify strength and the like. You made a hand cart recently, and you're very happy about it. It works well. That's good. It's fun. You just have to look up. There's a specific hardness scale you got to look up for hardness of wood. I know of a YouTube channel that's pretty good for woodworking. Let me see. If you ever look up stuff on YouTube for special interests. Looks like the biggest nerd on planet Nerddom, but let's see. Yeah, there's the guy. Not this one. This one. Shut up. Workshop Companion. That's the YouTube channel. Workshop Companion. I'd recommend that guy for woodworking stuff. He's really interesting. You know they're not Steffi, but you really hope they're Steffi. Not Steffi. So you're not gonna question how you called Bunny as Bunny? I mentioned Bunny earlier. I'm sure someone already did. But I mean, if you're trying to point it out, then I mean, like, I feel like at this point you're just trying to fuck with me, whoever you are, whether you've been here before or not. You cut repurposed window shutters for the bed, scavenged beam for the main structure, a scavenged axle that you used. You made the brackets yourself. Hell yeah. Is he B4? I mean, he could be, but B4 went to bed, and he was here himself too. So I feel like that'd be kind of weird. You live in a rural place, so you find a lot of farm scrap. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? That Zen guy, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's actually insane. We're gonna hit an ad if we haven't already. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Anyone was an ad? Was anyone in an ad? Oh shit! I've been having this on this whole time. I didn't turn that back on. Bam! There we go. Fixed it. Do do. Boop 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 boo. Bro is shawarma. What? Have you ever thought of making the Springlock suit? That's a silly question. You can tell the Smurfs they're doing a hell of a lot better than Full Frontal. I mean, I don't think I think the Luke guy is new to the channel, kind of. He's been on the Discord, and he has a YouTube channel. I think. Maybe something like that. If it's the same Luke that's over in the Discord, and I think it might be. In which case, I think they are different people. They're not overlapping in any way. I don't think. I'd be kind of surprised if it was anyone we knew. Do 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 do. He's just looking for little things that he can poke at me at to make it seem like I'm going crazy and he's actually someone else. But I think he's new. I'm pretty sure. I'd be surprised if he was someone we know, and not someone actually new. If it was someone that we knew, that'd be weird. He's not me. I don't have the fucking brain capacity to be typing and talking at the same time, Graz. I don't have the mental capacity to have 2 fucking YouTube channels. Not a Springlock suit, but you're working on a metal exoskeleton. Okay. So you can haul more scrap at a time. Your brain doesn't really like the math on it, though. Yeah, makes sense. For another timeline? For sure. Yeah. As though I would use the name Luke. Ugh. If that's your real name, I apologize. If it's not your real name, ugh. Ugh. I would never be caught dead being called Luke in any capacity. Never. I am not that cringe. Derpy face. Thanks, Kenzie. I appreciate it. And Amy Rose, welcome back. It's Amy Rose herself. Well, it's a fan. Never mind. Amy Rose fan. Skylar Trust. Even worse. Even worse. Oh my god. The ultimate of the children name. Luke and or Skylar. The little Timmy naming conventions right there. Holy shit. The popularity of those names were in the over the fucking moon for a while. Oh my god. I have a really uncommon name. I'm named after my grandfather. It's a name that hasn't been popular in 100 fucking years. Okay, Kenzie. You're named after your dumbass uncle? Yeah, I'm named after my grandfather. He's 92 this year. And... yeah. Nice guy. That fucking Key and Peele quote there that I don't think I can pronounce. Quatavius Octavius. Yeah. Hey Merp, read your comment, please. I did, but in my head because I don't know how to respond to that. If I didn't respond to someone, okay, just a note for those of you that are in chat. If I didn't respond to a thing you said, either I didn't understand what you meant, I didn't want to respond to it because it didn't have any way to respond to it, or I'm actively ignoring you and I hate you. It's one of those three specifically. It's usually not the third one, but it could be. So you should definitely feel bad, but also don't. Or maybe you should. Okay, let's not type it up again, because I already read it. But I appreciate the sub. And don't forget about you. Oh, I didn't. I did read that though. You were actually going to have an ingenious name since your mom's ingenious. That didn't happen though. Oh, I'm sorry. Indigenous. Ingenious. I skipped over 2 letters. I skipped over the D, Kraz. I skipped over the D. My bad. Indigenous. Yep, already read that. But you end up not. That's fine. That's fine. My name is Short, and it's named after someone who was named 100 years ago. No D, loser. Well, I mean, like, why would I want D? Ow. Ow. Your uncle's name is Bob. So Robert. So his name is Robert. Or Bill? Gobbert. Goblin my Bert. Yeah. G-Bert. G-Bert. Goblin my Bert. Yeah. I have some mild heartburn tonight. I streamed a lot over the last 3 days. I think the shortest stream over the last 3 days, total amount of time that I streamed, was like 5 hours and 45 minutes. Today's gonna be pretty short in comparison to the last 3 days. But that's because my wife didn't work today, so we hung out all day. Gobbler Grandpa. Tomorrow we'll probably stream more like we did the last couple of days, because my wife works. So I'll probably stream in the morning and then I'll stream at night. I don't think it'll be 3 streams like I did that one day. That was interesting. But it'll definitely be, almost definitely be 2. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Fuck if I know. Saturday, right? Saturday morning cartoons, and then Saturday evening fuckery. Yawn. I do like the just chatting streams, though. I do like just chatting. Have you watched Venom: The Last Dance or Godzilla? I've watched all the Godzillas, and Kraz knows for real that I watched all the Godzillas. Venom: The Last Dance. I haven't watched very many like villain movies in particular when it comes to like man, I can prove it, Kraz. You know I can prove it. I'm good for it, man. I've watched all the Godzillas and I can prove it. I haven't watched any of like many of like the Marvel or DC villain type movies. Not really my jam, unless they're important. Only like villain thing that I've watched was the Loki one. I can't rage bait you again. I'm not rage baiting you. I'm being genuine. If you ask me any question about Godzilla, I will answer it truthfully. You're just not going to like my answer. But yeah, Kenzie, I have watched all the, at least most of the Godzillas. I don't know if I missed any obscure ones. But I refuse to answer any questions to Krasmatic Convoy Jimmy Robot over here, or anyone else for that matter. If Kraz is here, actually, even if Kraz isn't here, I'm gonna answer all of the questions about Godzilla as memes. I'm not going to fall for his games. So if he wants to ask me any, have you watched cartoons? I'm an animator. I've watched just a shit ton of cartoons. What are we talking? Were there Godzilla like animated series? Ban Shimmy Robot. No, he's my mod. He's my main man. My man. If you ask me about a cartoon, I've very likely seen it. Or at the very least I've heard of it, possibly. My man. Yep. My man. But yeah, no. I refuse to answer anything on the principle of being called a LARPer. And now, from now on until the end of time, any questions about Godzilla are going to be met with truthful answers that no one will like, or at least that Kraz specifically won't like. So if anyone ever wants to ask me about Godzilla, I'll answer, man. I'll give you the wholehearted answer that I can give. Anyone in the chat at any point, ask me something about Godzilla. Any questions you have about Godzilla, any lore facts. Who's Godzilla in Godzilla versus King Kong? Danny DeVito. We've done this one before. It's Danny DeVito. But depending on the shoot, it could also be Arnold Schwarzenegger. But technically speaking, they are twin brothers and they look exactly the same. So it's kind of hard to tell who's in the Godzilla suit with that one. I played Mario or Smash Bros. or Roblox or Minecraft. Yes, no, yes. I haven't played the newest Smash Bros. Actually, I haven't played the two newest Smash Bros. I didn't play the one that was on the Wii U. Didn't have a Wii U. I didn't play the one that's on the Switch, the newest one, even though I really, really want to, because I don't want to support Nintendo. I did play Brawl, which wasn't very good, and I did play Melee, which was awesome. I did play 64, which was also awesome. Mario, I haven't played anything Mario since the first Mario Galaxy. And I haven't played anything since the first Mario Galaxy. I didn't play Mario Galaxy 2, didn't play any of the Marios after that. Minecraft, yeah, I have Minecraft. My wife and I play it from time to time. Very heavily modded. We don't use any mod packs. We like make our own thing. Anyway, I hope you like my answer, Luke. I hope you and Kraz both like my answer to who is Godzilla in Godzilla versus King Kong. Yeah, I hope that helps. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me answer his question about Godzilla. Who's Godzilla in Godzilla versus King Kong? We've already done that one though before, Kraz. It's either Danny DeVito or Arnold Schwarzenegger, but because they're both identical twins, it's really hard to know who's in the Godzilla suit at the time. But it depends on the shoot and the day. Those identical twins, they love the switch out performances and shoots all the time. Actually, I would love to see a movie where they absolutely treat Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger as identical twins, and like literally between shots you can have them switch, like they both play the same character and just different shots are the different actor, treating them as though they're identical twins. And Danny DeVito does all of the action shots, not Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's just Danny DeVito himself. He does all the fucking action shots himself. Not Arnold Schwarzenegger at all. That would be the best. Just got done with processing the scrap metal and usable material. Awesome. You have a question, but you have a machine gun and a car versus that's not a question. Meeple, welcome in. We're talking about how we need a movie about we need like a slice of life like action dramedy starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, but they're treating both actors as though they're identical twins, and they are interchangeable. So some shots it'll be Danny DeVito, some shots it'll be Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it'll always like just that's the whole movie. It's just the whole they treat it as though they treat it straight And the whole funny part about the movie is that it's the funniest part about the movie is the fact that they swap all the time. Heavy from TF2, I played TF2, but not on stream. Sakamoto Days is one of, you don't need all that other stuff, but you want the categories. I think I've seen Sakamoto Days. Let me see. Oh no, I've heard of Sakamoto Days now. I watched like their first episode. I read a little bit of the manga when it was coming out. You gotta leave? Well, thanks for coming, Kenzie. I think. I watched like the first episode, and I read some of the manga before the anime came out. Well before the anime came out. It was fine. I liked it. I like animes and mangas that have plots though. I'm not usually, unlike Western animation where there's like especially with older Western animation, anything before like 2010, where it really doesn't have any plot. It's usually just like loosely connected stuff, maybe like adding in characters and things at most. That's what Sakamoto Days does mostly. I don't watch it because it doesn't really have a plot. You're currently doing hibachi in the work bathroom. Nice. Really? What? You need to watch Anohana. No, you don't. Let me look this up. I think Anohana is actually good. Yes, you do. If you do, if it's the one I'm thinking. Yeah, you need to watch Anohana. You're gonna ugly cry. I was thinking of a different one, but yeah, you need to watch Anohana. It'll make you ugly cry, Krez. Watch it with your boyfriend. It'll make you both ugly cry. You need to watch Boomerang on Cartoon Network. Man, I love the shows on Boomerang. I haven't watched Cartoon Network in a million years. That's a good idea, right? Let's see. Twin, All Quiet on the Western Front has lots of plot. We were talking about Sakamoto Days. That's how you're gonna watch it? Hell yeah. Make you both ugly cry. Make you both absolutely ugly cry. It's so good, and I hate watching it. I hate watching it. No. Cartoon Network's official website shut down, but the TV channel still exists. Meeply. Western cartoons before 2010. Most of them didn't really have. Mercer, once you had a good idea. Hell yeah. So that means you can't officially watch Cartoon Network online. I mean, you can actually. The Cartoon Network YouTube page, their actual official YouTube page, has been posting free episodes of cartoons. Actually, you can watch like all of season 1 and 2 of Ed, Edd n Eddy on YouTube now for free. Like they're posting a lot of the cartoons you just can't find online for the most part without like paying. So yep, you can. Basically all of like season 1 and 2 of Ed, Edd n Eddy are on there. I think there's some Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah. So some like older stuff about there. Let me see if I can. Now, you can just look it up. It's just Cartoon Network on YouTube. You're gonna have to binge Adventure Time with your boyfriend now. Hell yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's very much of Courage the Cowardly Dog on there, but I know there's some. I know. I only really watched a couple episodes of Ed, Edd n Eddy on there because I love Ed, Edd n Eddy. But it's also not an unofficial thing, so it's actually on there for real, so you can watch it for free. Finally doing something cool, Cartoon Network. Finally doing something cool. It's because they're making all their money from fucking Teen Titans Go and We Bare Bears. I don't know if they still show We Bare Bears. Let's see, what's the most popular Cartoon Network shows? Most popular cartoon shows of 2026 right now by ratings. Yeah, Teen Titans Go, Amazing World of Gumball, and Regular Show. I'm actually really surprised that Regular Show is doing this well. But it's basically just Teen Titans Go and Amazing World of Gumball with a little bit of Regular Show. You're trying to do that kind of stuff? My V2 model has, I based my style on, like, early Cartoon Network, kind of, for the most part. I got some Gravity Falls, I've got some Ed, Edd n Eddy in there, I got some Courage the Cowardly Dog in there, I got some Adventure Time in there. That's not early, but, mid 2010s as well. Like, basically, my V2 model is basically, 2000 to 2015 animation styles. With 2018 at most. Yeah. Back when I was watching more cartoons on television. As you can probably tell. I need to redraw my body though a little bit. The really simple nature of like the overalls. Like it looks fine, but it could look a little better. Just a little bit. I don't think it needs a ton of a redesign, just a little bit to make it a little more 3D looking. Just a little bit. It's just a tad. Not a ton of it, not a big redesign, just a little baby redesign. Because when you show it from like the shoulders up like this, it looks kind of eh. If I was zoom out and show like the rest of the body, it looks fine. It looks good. All right. It needs so tiny. Needs to move, but other than that. Do you want to know how bad your sleep schedule is? Sure. My sleep schedule is generally fine. I like to be in bed by like 1 at the latest. Sometimes I'm in bed later because I'm streaming, but like usually I like to be in bed by 1. It's currently 11:15 my time, so. You know, that's just gonna ruin your body. You should sleep more. It's part of the rest and recuperation process. You're just gonna ruin your body that way. You'll regret it later in life. Which sucks, but that's just how it is. Unless you have insomnia, in which case there's not much you can do about that. You try insomnia? Yeah. Insomnia's a bitch? Yeah, that's what I thought. If it's insomnia, there's not much you can do about that without medication. Even then, like, it might not work. Some people, Melanin works. Some people, like, you need some over-the-counter thing. Some people, it's, like, basically just, like, weed or alcohol can work. But, like, some people, just nothing helps. For me, I have trouble falling asleep, but once I fall asleep, I usually don't have trouble. Last night, I had trouble falling asleep in general. I didn't really get very good sleep last night, but usually I have decent sleep. Took a minor nap on the couch this morning and fucked up my shoulder. It's not bad anymore. When I first woke up from that little nap on the couch, I couldn't really look all the way to the right. If I went and looked all the way to the right, I'd be like, yeah. You've tried almost every medicine that's legal in your state. Yeah. That's the problem, right? Like, some people just can't sleep right. You're gonna go? See ya? Ah, Luke. Well, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for coming. I'm here every single day, by the way. Sometimes more than once a day. But I stream every day, Luke. So if you pop back in, at some point, I'll be here. Every day. Don't feel obligated to be here every day, though. Don't worry about it. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to tip your waitress. Go take a piss and, you know, fuck something or something. I don't know, man. But yeah, insomnia can be a bitch. I have trouble falling asleep. Once I am asleep, I have no problem being asleep. It's just the falling asleep that I usually have a problem with. That's why I don't like being woken up really bad, because if I get woken up all the way, then I'm not going to be able to fall asleep very well. If I like wake up a little bit, it's fine, but like if I wake up all the way, like if I wake up in the middle of the night having a pee, I'm like, ah, fuck. No, I'm not going to, it's going to take me another hour to fall asleep if not more. If not more. which sucks. Which sucks. Well, the stream kind of died a bit. A little bit. Luke left, unfortunately. That's fine. So it's just me, Kraz, and Zen, basically. Maybe we'll open up some Chrono Story and play a little bit of that before bed. Play a little bit of Chrono... Well, we're going to play Chrono Story tomorrow. Do I even want to do that? Maybe. Do I even want to do that? Sleep is how the body runs repairs, yep, and lets the brain organize the information, yep, absorbed through the day, which is unfortunate because you can't sleep much. If you only sleep for like an hour, you're not going to have much of that kind of recuperation period, which is going to harm you in the long run. Eventually, your body will just conk out and you'll be asleep for like a day, which can happen. Hopefully not too bad. Some people can last on lower amounts of sleep. Usually doesn't happen. Most people cannot. Which is just kind of how it works. Let's see. What was I going to do here? Oh, yeah, I was going to look up this. Let's see. Boop-de-boop-boop-boop. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. We'll do that then. We'll do some Chrono Story. We'll do some Chrono Story. Fine. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. Do-ba-do-ba-do-boop-boop-ba-doop-doo-ba-doo. Let's get the game open. That's the wrong one. Shit. That one. Welcome back, Kraz. We're going to do some Chrono Story, by the way. But I'm going to be chatting and whatnot, as usual. Boop, 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 boop. There it is. What were you up to, Kraz? Hey, you want to share? Got the game open. Let's make sure it's open here in the thing. A fat shit? Well, welcome back from your fat shit, man. You know me and taking fat shits. I love it. Oh, did my pet expire? It's alright. I think I have enough for one more pet without... Don't worry about it. No, not quite enough then. Let's get some more Chrono Breads. It's fine. Oh yeah, I think it expired like 2 days ago, whatever it was. That's fine. Boop. Boop. Oh, shit. Let me check this. That's good. But the problem is, I don't remember why I got a new card. So I don't remember my. I don't remember my CVV. Damn. I guess maybe we won't play Chrono Story today, right? Shit. I don't want to go downstairs to get my fucking wallet in the middle of the stream. I know it has a 0 in the beginning of it. I don't remember the fucking number though. I'll try a number that I think it might be. I don't think it is. Yeah, I thought not. That's not it. Oh well. I guess we won't be playing Chrono Story. My bad. Damn. Did I say Chrono Story today? Not happening. Sorry. Sorry. I'm not gonna go downstairs and get my fucking wallet. That. That's fine. Change it all back. Oh, I usually mute the mic. That was out of nowhere. Oh, the kind of sneeze that makes your back hurt. You know, just like fucking sends tingles up your spine. That's like pain tingles. Oh, my wife is here. Hello, love.
What are you doing?
Well, I was gonna play some Chrono Story, but my pet expired, which means I'd have to go get my wallet to spend $2. But I'm not gonna do that. So now we're just chatting. We've been chatting for the last hour and a half. So if you want to just chat with me, that's great. It means it makes it so I don't need to find a game to play. That's great. I can talk with you. Howdy, #1 Tokyo Mew Mew fan. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Graz. How was your shower? I can still smell it.
Shower.
I can still smell the eucalyptus. You can breathe again. Isn't that nice? She can breathe again, you guys. She can breathe again.
No, it sucks because I got like a mild headache actually.
You do? I've had a mild headache all day, but it kind of went away like an hour ago. It's still kind of lingering, but like not bad at all. It's not even gonna be enough to keep me awake. You know, I can barely notice it now. It's like right there at the top left of my head, way in the distance, kind of. Hello, Zen.
It's from my jaw.
Yeah, it's always your jaw for you.
I have to. I took some Advil, but anyway. Zen, my day was going pretty good. I was feeling super motivated to do things. And I was supposed to have today and tomorrow off. So I'm working for like 9 days straight. And I was forced to have a day off, like legally I had to have a day off. But at about 3 hours into my day off, I was already called into work for tomorrow. So, like, my motivation to do anything went away. I did get stuff done, but otherwise, it was a good day.
We went to garage sales. My wife is always way
we
more
did go to
motivated than I
garage.
am. My wife is always more motivated than I am. I forget to do stuff.
I like doing stuff. I just have to be, I have to have time.
Mm-hmm. I always have time. I just don't have the brain power to remember stuff. I have to write it down.
Then, also, it took me many years to listen to this advice, but Tylenol, ibuprofen, and aspirin, and not naproxen.
Crack.
Yeah, it's naproxen sodium, I think it's called. And acetaminophen, they all kind of work in tandem. So usually in the morning I'll take an Advil and an aspirin, an Excedrin and an Advil, and it helps with aches and inflammation together.
It's not very good for your liver or kidneys doing that every single day.
Well, you shouldn't take it every day.
Yeah. You need to give your body time to rest.
There's bouts 3 or 4 days I might take it in a row just because I'm in pain, but yeah, you shouldn't take it.
Yeah.
But it's better to do that, what I said, than to take 2 or 3 of Tylenol or because adding more to it, it's not necessarily, you will be building an immunity.
Resistances.
Yeah, and you'll just have to keep taking more and more, and it's just not good for you.
Yep.
Usually, if the pain isn't going away with a dose, it's also it's in tandem with something else.
I'm not supposed to take anything but ibuprofen for over-the-counter pain medication because high blood pressure. And other than that, the only time I really need to take it generally is when I have gallbladder problems. When my gallstones flare up and it causes me to be in pain, I gotta take it. I'll take it after really greasy meals. For example, today we had we went to a nice we went and had a nice lunch. I had a burger with tater tots. My wife had some fried chicken and fries, and we had an appetizer, and that was pretty greasy, but it didn't make my gallbladder hurt, so that's good. Usually that place doesn't though, which is good actually. Yeah. That one time I had a really greasy double cheeseburger. It did, but I had a single, and they kind of overcooked it. It was pretty dry, so I feel like a lot of the grease kind of came off. Your joints hate you, so that might help. You don't really take painkillers often though. Usually only take
the
them
joints.
when you can handle it without them.
I definitely do recommend if it's the joints to take a Tylenol and an ibuprofen, because the Tylenol helps with the pain receptors, and the ibuprofen will help with the inflammation.
Gallbladder problems suck. It's I don't know how it is with pancreatic problems. With gallstones, the way it works is you have essentially it's kind of like kidney stones, right? You have stones that have formed in your gallbladder, but your gallbladder is this thumb sized bile producing thing similar to the pancreas, that when you eat really fatty foods or really oily foods, it'll squeeze on itself to release bile into your stomach, which helps you digest it. If you have gallstones, it's going to squeeze on itself and it's going to squeeze down on those stones, which is extraordinarily painful. I'm talking
I will say that the pain, I've done a lot of Googling on this, and people have childbearing people have compared it to childbirth, like of how painful it is. And I'm like, damn.
Explain why after you have a problem. Have you found out? Yeah. So you had yours removed. I haven't had mine removed. It's a relatively recent issue, like last like 6 to 10 months issue. We found out about. I didn't have any pain before that. It just suddenly hit me one day, and I went to the ER for it, and we found out it was gallstones.
That was me.
That was you? Okay, good. I was just making sure it wasn't someone who.
I followed. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, love. It didn't tell me. It'll probably tell me eventually. I was just hoping it was either that or someone raided, so I was making sure. So it's a relatively recent issue, right? And you eat really oily or really fatty foods, it'll squeeze down and you'll have immense pain. The problem with this immense pain is it's not like instantaneous. It like lasts, like, it could last an hour. It could last like 15 hours. The longest time it lasted 13 hours. And it's the most pain I've ever been in. Like, it's not like the worst pain I've ever felt. The problem is it's a level of pain that is barely unbearable.
Consistent.
Like it's just slightly to the point where it's unbearable. And it lasts for a long time with no relief whatsoever. You know? That's the problem with gallstones. It's just this consistently just like right on that edge of this is unbearable pain. And because there's no relief and it just lasts and lasts and lasts, similar to a pancreatic attack, I'd imagine so. If they both of those organs do the same thing. They're both bile producing organs in your one of them is attached to your stomach, one of them is attached to your intestines. The pancreas is attached to your intestines, and it helps in the aiding of digestion in your lower intestines, and the one on your stomach helps.
I thought the pancreas was for regulating insulin. Your face.
I'm thinking.
It is.
Is it? Pancreatitis, isn't pancreatitis the pancreas the one, like the little bean-shaped one at the bottom of your intestines that is a lot of the time said to be a benign organ?
Oh, you're talking about the appendix.
I am talking about the appendix. Appendix different. Pancreatic
the
problems.
appendix is not necessary at all.
No, I'm sorry. The appendix is necessary. It's less necessary than the gallbladder, but it serves the same purpose the gallbladder does. Love.
I don't think the appendix does anything.
People say that, but apparently, relatively recently, the last like 10 years, people have been researching the appendix specifically, and they found out it's for your intestines. It helps with digestion.
Okay, well, the AI overview says the safe storage space for good gut bacteria and supports the body's immune system.
Yeah, that good gut bacteria thing is it also releases bile.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's good for you to have it. If you don't have your gallbladder, you should probably have your appendix. And if you don't have both, I mean, what are you gonna do?
I mean, they're all
it handles insulin and
pieces
creon
of a whole. They have reasons, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I was misthinking. My bad. Thank you, love.
Yeah, the pancreas handles insulin. It's like what malfunctions if you
have.
It's like have diabetes or insulin resistance.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not diabetic. That would be a big old can of worms to deal with.
You would be very sad in life.
Yeah, I love food. I gotta lose some
weight. But it's a double-edged sword.
I want to lose some weight so I don't have to worry about it at all, really. Because I don't have that much. I really don't have that much. Unless there's sugar around the house, I don't really have that much sugar in a day. I usually just like.
It's not always sugar though. That's the thing about the and it's not always sugar. It's like
very processed sugars, and if you eat a lot of it over a long period of time, it can be bad.
Like unused carbs, basically your sugar.
Mm-hmm. Carbs are sugar. Your body processes them in the same way. Let's see.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm surprised that Kraz is still here in the chat. He hasn't said anything in a minute, but I'm surprised Kraz is still here despite the intelligent conversation we're having. The not funny conversation we're having.
He's there in like he left the computer open and he just walked away.
He's somewhere cursing. Yeah, for sure.
It's like, God dang it. Misenchant came in and did everything up.
He just has nothing to add. That's fine.
I joined because you said you didn't have anything planned tonight, and
That's right.
I was about to start a Slay the Spire game for a little bit before bed, and I just decided to open your thing and noticed that it was a blank text box and you were whistling, and I was like, all right, I'll come.
Thank you. You're so kind, love. You're so kind. The stream was really, really eventful and talkative for like the first hour and a half, almost. You people are fucking boring. Thanks, Kraz. Appreciate that. Did you want to play Slay the Spire on stream, love?
No,
No, I don't
because
think so.
I can't be on that much later.
I understand.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, it's already almost midnight.
Hell yeah, Zen. If you notice on the computer, if you were on your phone, you were probably vertical. Now you can be horizontal.
Switch positions.
Switch positions. What do you mean?
What?
What?
Are you talking about me? What I mean?
Yeah, I was asking you.
You just said you went to vertical to horizontal, and you're asking me what I mean by switching positions.
I was just making sure that's exactly what you meant. 'Cause you might be referring.
Oh
to
yeah,
something else.
sure, okay.
Yeah.
Just near.
You're a meow. Drink some
Yeah, a
water.
lot of things I say go right over your head.
A lot of things people say in general go right over my head.
You just go wall-eyed.
Mm-hmm. That's my natural state. A dumbass.
You know what we should talk about?
What?
Philosophy.
I mean, we could.
What is the meaning of life?
42.
Okay, but why 42?
You're gonna blow your shit smooth off, yeah. There's actually it's actually a clever reason why it's 42. 42 is like the computer fail-safe answer to any question essentially. If it doesn't have an answer to a question, it'll give you 42. But the real meaning behind it is it basically means whatever you want. It is what it means, essentially. There's a computer reason for it because that computer is a giant computer. It came up with the answer 42 because that's essentially the computer's meaning of whatever you want. So the real answer to that question is not 42, but the meaning of life is whatever you want it to be. Yeah, it's the number for asterisk.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But
Thank you.
that's a coincidence. I think it was just random for
Nope.
him.
Specifically, I believe the author did state that he picked 42 because it's the number that means asterisk.
Well, it's only
It's British humor, love.
well, I believe he was a politician.
Yep.
So
It's smart British humor. If the answer to the meaning of life is asterisk, that's funny. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean it's fun to think that.
That is a very funny answer to the meaning of life. What's the meaning of life? Asterisk. Yeah.
Who here believes in
We're going to
ghosts?
Good Apple Boy stream. I'll probably raid Good Apple Boy after the stream, Kraz. Who here believes in
What
ghosts?
do you want to talk about?
Yeah, Kraz, you're
Kraz.
you're not contributing to the conversation. You got to contribute for us to say something you want
I
to
don't
say.
even know what streamers talk about. Like, I mean, what are we supposed to talk about?
He wants to talk about cocks again. Tell me something you actually want to talk about, and not just
Okay,
cocks.
so do you believe that ghosts have cock?
Does ghost cock exist?
I am trying to tailor my question to the audience.
I think that depends on the continuity of whatever show you're talking about. If we're talking about like Danny Phantom, then no. If we're talking about any anime that's ever existed, that's kind of major plot points in a lot of anime specifically.
Okay, that's weird. I'm talking about real life though.
In real life, do ghosts have cocks? Well, that bears the question. You know, the question of whether or not ghosts have cocks reminds me of a really funny little comic I saw. I think it was like a Far Sides type thing, right? And it showed two ghosts, but like the classic drawn like bedsheet ghosts. And they're talking to another ghost who's basically a bedsheet, but like basically only like it's a really tiny bedsheet over their eyes. And the quote is you're not going out there dressed like that, young lady. That's what it reminds me of.
But Tis,
Yeah.
that we could talk about how every civilization has the concept of dead but didn't get the memo. What do you mean, like that you die?
Well, every civilization has some kind of form of spirits or evil things. These could always these could always be explained by people who explain it with ghosts. People explain it with gods. People explain it with other stuff. I feel like the concept of ghosts and the undead, as we know it today, kind of derives from like basically people's unknown in the past. These are leftover beliefs from like evolved leftover beliefs from before. But whether or not ghosts have cocks, that's an important
That
question.
just assumes that ghosts are real though. Like that's an established fact.
If ghosts
We're
are
talking
real,
about the intricate details.
assuming ghosts are real, do they have cocks? Okay. Do we gender ghosts? Are there female ghosts and male ghosts? Or is it just like if you become a ghost, now you have a cock? What are we talking here?
I'm going for the latter, I think.
I think so. You're saying is every ghost has a cock now? Okay, got it. If you become a ghost, you automatically get a cock because how else are you gonna fuck someone up, right? Just fuck someone's day up, right?
I hate everything about this conversation, and Kraz started it.
I mean, you kind of spun it into that, love. You did. You
I'm
suggested.
trying to make him happy.
You're welcome, bitch. Thanks, Krez. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so anyways then, that not everyone got the memo.
You imagine there are male and female ghosts because the person they used to be. So there's all of the genders. I'm imagining a ghost shaped like an Apache helicopter. Because that's what they identified as.
Fucking. So in my mind, like it's. So Kraz, between those two things of Zenny, Kraz said, I always like when I think really hard about something like this, like if ghosts are real, like
really hard
how
about
does
things.
this work? I have to think that like of the Frighteners.
The what?
The Frighteners, like the
Oh.
movie. Because that movie was relatively, quote unquote, realistic in the way of dealing with spirits where they're like a massive ectoplasm that is their exact state of when they died. So obviously they're severely wounded, missing body parts, like look dead. They don't just look like regular people.
So if that's the case, a ghost would only have a cock if they didn't have pants on when they died.
See, this is really weird. Like, because, see, it's hard for me to wrap my head around these things because I personally don't believe in ghosts. So whenever I think about this, it's like, I don't know, it's hard to wrap my head around how the spiritual plane would handle something like that.
So either there's male and female ghosts, because it's who they were when they used to be. But if there's all genders, that means you'd have ghosts that are the representation of what you felt you were in life, which would make it more sense that there would be a lot of different things. You thought ectoplasm was ghost cum? I don't think that's the case. I think ectoplasm is more of a thing that was invented by Ghostbusters, right? Ghost goo?
I don't know.
Origins of ectoplasm. It comes from the Greek word, two Greek words combined, and it was originally coined in 1883 by a biologist to describe the clear gel-like outer coating of a cell. So ectoplasm doesn't have anything to do with ghosts. It became a cultural phenomenon. Let's see. During the late 19th
what
and early
you're
20th
saying
centuries?
is that, like, because we're all made out of cells, and ectoplasm is the outer thing of cells.
No.
That we're all just made out of ghost cum?
No, what it's saying is ectoplasm started as a thing with biology, but the concept took off during the late 19th, so the 1800s, the late 1800s, and the early 1900s, with the spiritualist movements, where mediums would use mucus-like substances, or anything from like your personal body, like your mouth or your nose, as a physical anchor for spirits to communicate or materialize. So it had nothing to do with ghosts creating the ectoplasm. It was a physical anchor, I guess, is what Google says.
Okay. I mean, I was trying to be funny.
Yeah. So it was like you're trying to connect with the ghost world using physical stuff, which was probably hokum. You're too stubborn to die, so you might be considered a ghost, for sure. Kind of interesting, right, Graz? Kind of interesting. Thank you, Google. I think it was probably Ghostbusters that came up with ghosts make ectoplasm now. I would guess. I didn't go that far down on the Google search, but I'm just guessing if you follow the line of thought, they took, hey, there's ectoplasm in this. Let's use that for our movie. It's what ghosts are made of, right?
Things end up being like that.
Yeah. A movie will take liberties. It might not have been Ghostbusters. It might have been some other earlier ghost movie of some kind that took that, and then Ghostbusters took it from them, and it's kind of a tradition at this point. Now everyone associates the ectoplasm with ghosts. But before that, it was that. Anyway, fun stuff, interesting. But that doesn't tell us if ghosts have cocks. I'm of the belief that if ghosts are real, their form is what you took before you died. So whatever you looked like before you died, that's what your ghost's gonna look like. So try not to have your cock out, because that's kind of embarrassing. But then again, if you don't have your cock out, you're gonna be a ghost with no cock. Which might also be embarrassing.
These are the real choices that you have to think about at the end of days.
Get it? Dying with my cock out. Good. You just gotta keep that in mind. If you feel like you're about to die, whip it out, Graz. Either you become a ghost with your cock out, or the paramedics have a really awkward moment hauling you into their van. Probably both. Just like that Pompeii guy. Yeah, for sure. a lot of short ads now on Twitch. That's interesting. Like 30-second ads to 3 minutes for some reason.
Just
But, like,
like
still
start
normal.
playing Dust in the Wind.
Yeah, it is playing a song, isn't it?
No, that's not what I was saying, but that's okay.
I don't know. We found you found what looked like some kind of ritual one time. You left quick. It was a dead animal on a big rock in the desert. Could have been a ritual,
Did another animal just leave their lunch there?
maybe. Luring other animals in, possibly. Y'all see
Because I
your...
guarantee you, if there were like candles and like chalk around and blood, I'd probably assume that I'd be hunted after that.
Yep. You did right good by getting out of there real quick, Zen. You almost got shot down by a bandit out there. Got your gold
Oh
stolen.
my god, you're stupid. Oh my god, shut up.
You once found a circle of tarot cards around a campfire when you were a kid. Yeah, probably a bunch of teenage girls who are out on a camping trip, doing witchy stuff, as they're wont to do.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's like a tradition, love. You grew up with not in the right circles, but in general, that's what every woman goes through at some point.
Not in the right circles. What the fuck does that mean?
My wife's jealous. She would have loved to have done that.
No, I use tarot cards now. I didn't do that when I was a teenager.
Yeah, but like I meant like 18, 19, early 20s. Like you go out with all your girlfriends, and you go camping, and you sit around the campfire and pull tarot cards, and drink.
We played light as a feather, stiff as a board.
That too. You look at a Ouija board. You drink wine that you stole from your mom's cabinet or something.
Okay, no and no, because I know not to fuck with both of those things.
Yeah, but that's your parents. Other people were more adventurous and also wouldn't have gotten in trouble for it as much as you would have, basically. Either way, you decided it was smart to leave fast, be it a predator or a ritual. No, I agree with that.
People are into some weird stuff.
Absolutely.
I was talking to you today about this seminary, like how
Yep.
fucking wiggly I get when I get in there because it's so culty. I don't know. I don't want to offend anyone if they're Christian or anything, or religious. The vibes of, we have this giant seminary in town, and I've been on the route that delivers to it for the last week. And every time it's like a huge complex, and it's like something out of The Village, like the movie from M. Night Shyamalan. Like, it's insane. And like, you go up there and there's these cabins that are like marked in old wood, like worn down wood. And it's just so, it gives me such culty vibes.
Goosebumps.
Like some isolated commune.
It's not hippies. A bunch of priests.
Or to be priests.
Eating the flesh and drinking the blood of a long dead carpenter's son seems like cult activity to me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my take on it too. But, you know, to each their own. It's just sometimes the vibes. You can't shake them. You know, you think that like after like the first few times I was up there, and it's like, no, like the moment I crossed the bridge into this like somewhat isolated area in the middle of town, but it's super like dense or forest around it and trees. It just like things shifted. I don't know. It's the energy is so weird there.
Flash forward to we're dead, right? And it turns out every religion was right, and it depends on what you believed in. That's your afterlife. So people who believed in reincarnation, they live again. They reincarnate. They don't remember their last life. People who believe in fucking Scientology get beamed up into outer space. But like Christians are really upset about believing in Christianity because they end up in heaven. But like everyone in heaven just can't stop screaming because all the angels are biblically accurate. like it's basically hell in heaven because all the angels are biblically accurate, and they are beings that are incomprehensible to mortal minds, and therefore it's just terrifying to be there unless you're blind.
I don't think people like, I mean, I'd like to think that people who believe in these things aren't necessarily like, they genuinely believe in like Christianity or Catholicism and all that. They're not actually thinking about eternity because they don't really have no human has the ability to actually comprehend an eternity somewhere.
Hello, Luke. Welcome back.
And it's just weird, like, to think about believing or wanting something like that, like something like their idea of heaven
being around forever.
No, not necessarily being around forever. Like, that is also something incomprehensible. But I mean, we have a hard time comprehending changes within a 20-year span, you know, with our mortal minds. Like, we have a hard time keeping up with it. You know, every generation can't understand the generation before, and blah, 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 blah. That's
too deep for your mind, Luke. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, if heaven is your own personal heaven, then my heaven would just be another life, right? It would be another chance at life, essentially, because I don't want it to be like perfect. That's boring and annoying. Where if every want and need is met by just wanting it, that's not fun.
Well, that also is like something that is incomprehensible, really, for like, because if you really had everything you wanted, and I don't mean like you just have a bunch of money in your mortal life, right? Like, and you can solve all your problems, you're in good health. Like, that's not the same as a heaven where there is absolutely not a single problem. Every need is met, and you have nothing to. It's just not something that's possible for us. And so people don't like think it through. They just want, like, it's almost like human nature of having a like hole, you know, in your soul that you need to fill with a bunch of stuff, you know, because you don't, is that really what you want? Because that's what you're thinking heaven is, you know.
I agree with you, Graz. Also, side note, for those that are new here, whether you be Luke or you be Zen or anyone else that's coming in, we're not religious. We don't usually spend any part of the stream talking about religion specifically.
I'm sorry, it's because I'm here.
No.
It's not even religion. It's like, it's just talking about like
beliefs,
different beliefs, and like starting a conversation.
You know, I agree.
Like, it's
good.
not, you know, it's interesting to hear what people have to say about these things that are brought up. Like,
I agree. I just didn't want to scare anyone off.
Light on things, and you know,
if every heaven was personalized, would we be able to see each other's? If someone wanted you to be there, I bet you could, probably, maybe, I don't know.
That's the other thing. Wabam. Like, I mean, would your heaven interact with someone else's heaven, or would it actually really be you? You know,
imagine you could visit someone else's heaven. It's just like a Matrix scenario.
Yeah, but what if that other person didn't want you to visit?
Then you probably wouldn't be
allowed.
allowed.
And that is their idea of heaven.
Yeah. Imagine Squidward and SpongeBob in heaven. You just like making stuff, so a workshop with infinite materials would be cool because you'd always make something new. You'd never get bored. Hell yeah. The things you did, okay. They then they have the right to vaporize you for sure. An interesting topic to talk about. Absolutely.
It is because like I keep saying mortal mind because I don't know how else to describe
The
it. but,
mortal
like, in a mortal
minds.
mind. Yeah, in like a mortal mind, our mind, we like that specific thing of filling your time with doing workshop things. That's but time doesn't exist. Like time is just what we measure. What is it, like gravity and all that crap? Like
Time
like
is
that
just a
doesn't
concept
exist outside of the human.
of experience.
Humans created it essentially.
I mean, it does
like
exist.
the same idea as money.
Time does exist.
No, because it's relative, right? So it's not really real. It's like not a tangible thing that you can actually use to measure an afterlife in,
You're
or things
correct.
that you would do
You're
if
correct.
you can't.
Time can be measured, but it's relative. It can go faster, slower, forwards or backwards. We don't know if it can go backwards. We think it might be able to, and if it's possible, it's yeah. But it's like it's a sliding scale essentially. It's not a measure. It's not a measure of experience. It's a measure of seeing the things that exist and don't exist at any point in time. Also, Kraz, I think that it's if it does exist, it's one of two things: either everyone gets in, or no one gets in. It's either that one show about God in heaven, where no one has gotten into heaven since like 1722 or some shit, because their judgment on whether or not you're a good person or not, a good enough person to get into heaven or not, is so bad that like it basically starts the moment you're born, and if you do one thing wrong in life ever, you can't get into heaven. And it's a comedy, by the way. Or it's that no one goes to hell. That's there to just try to do shit to you. Everyone's in heaven, including the bad people. But like it's like one of the two things, right? I don't think it really is a thing of choice. I don't think heaven is, if heaven existed, I don't think it's based on your choices in life. I think you're going to go to your own personal heaven no matter what, if that's the case, or something of that sort. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't think there's someone in the afterlife punishing people specifically for what they did in life. Does that mean I think people should do whatever they want? No, but like fucking I think Earth is kind of your place to be accountable for what you do. If that makes sense. Time goes slower the closer to light speed you go. Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Not that I believe that there's a heaven.
People are like these religious people that are always thinking of what happens after. I always think it's like really sad to dictate every moment of your life in that way.
Yeah, you're right,
because this is all that's guaranteed, you know.
If science is right, and the universe is infinite and cyclical, and everything that has happened can and will eventually happen again, then that means consciousness is also cyclical, meaning you've already lived your life before and will live it again an infinite amount of times in an infinite different amounts of ways, and your consciousness will always exist at any given time in any given place.
Yeah, like, I mean, that just goes with the whole thing with that, like, the universe is constantly expanding and contracting, and, you know, like you said, anything that's happened before statistically will happen again, and is more likely to happen again once it's happened.
Monkeys with typewriters, but with the universe.
Which is why, like, you know, people in general trying to comprehend it, it's incomprehensible.
It's weird.
But it's really important
More likely
to know that living, like always making plans for the future and constantly waiting and wanting something doesn't really work. I mean, it doesn't mean like you live like there's no tomorrow or anything, but planning for the future only works if you're capable of living in the present. And a lot of people can't. They're just so worked up on the next week, the next month, the next few years. Are we saving or doing something that might help them later, or thinking of the afterlife? And it doesn't help you right now.
No. Although, to be fair, I do think of the world and everything in it. It's probably I've gone over it before. It's probably a simulation.
Like, I'm pretty on par. Like, I'm pretty agreeable with the fact that it's simulation. Because that's really fun to believe. I like believing that. Some days I believe that.
There's a Cursed Kazat video about how life could be depending on what it is, in that your consciousness as you experience life right now is specifically always the version of you that's alive. So for example, they give the example of if you sat on a nuclear bomb and there was a 10% chance that nuclear bomb wasn't going to explode, and you repeated the experiment 100 times, the version of you that you currently are, that you're thinking right now as you are right now in real life, would come out, and all 100 times the bomb wouldn't have exploded, because you wouldn't have been in the reality that the nuclear bomb exploded, because your consciousness is always the one that is alive. Which makes sense kind of, but is also really weird. But I think it's probably a simulation. Like, again, I've gone over this before in stream where it's like, if there is even a 0.001% chance that a simulation of a universe could exist, then the likelihood that we're in a simulation is like nearly 100%. In fact, the likelihood that we're inside a simulation that's inside a simulation that's inside of the simulation, and so on and so forth, nested for many, many, many times, is also nearly 100%. So we're probably in a simulation.
In all fairness, I mean, it's interesting, and like I said, I like to believe in that some days, and I really get the vibes that it could be true. I also have to remember that is built on statistics and probability and math, and that is a human-made measurement to make sense of things in the universe. And it could very much so be a bunch of bullshit.
It very much could be. Kraz, you're right, it doesn't affect us. Life as we know it's going to go on the same way that it does anyway, it doesn't matter. But technically speaking, it also means that if it is a simulation, it means all of this is simulated, which is weird.
But it is anyway. Like, I mean, if we all are cooperating in a simulation, it just, like, in all the same ways, like, how would it change? Like, yeah. I don't know. It wouldn't. Like, if you found out that we were actually part of a simulation, like something glitched in the Matrix and all of our brains freaking realized that we saw the coding for a minute, are we going to live our lives differently?
Probably not. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would freak out.
I feel like a lot of people would freak out, but I think in general we'd all probably still be going like, oh, well, that thing makes sense.
Well, that explains basically everything. We still want to learn about it. But the only thing that would change if we knew it was a simulation is if we're in a simulation, there's a chance that we'd be able to do something to edit that simulation in some way. Like we could
well,
literally.
That's not going to be in my lifetime.
No,
but you're talking about Matrix stuff, like way, like in the future, maybe. I don't know. Like
Matrix stuff.
Great grandkids.
Right, Matrix stuff. It's likely if we are in a simulation that we could probably do something about it, but it's also not like we're probably not in a Matrix type situation where we are unconscious bodies inside tubes. We're probably just simulated people. If the civilization is large enough to be able to create a fake universe, they're large enough to be able to create fake people in it, and they don't need real people to simulate those people. They just have enough energy to be able to do that. Or maybe the real universe doesn't run on the same principles our universe works in that this is a simulated version of a universe that doesn't exist, and in a real universe, energy is easily abundant and not hard to get, or it's in a different form, or maybe they don't use energy. The way we understand how the universe works isn't how a real universe works. It's just how our simulated universe works. You know what I mean? There's lots of things you can think about.
It could be exactly like different scenarios that they try to simulate, which obviously is like maybe an hour for them, our entire lifespan from the Big Bang to the very end of whatever that may be when they shut
Big
it
crunch
off.
or whatever.
And them seeing what would happen if we allowed a civilization to do this, or if what planet would grow something, you know, like, or what planet, you know, things like that. And that's interesting. Like, it's interesting to think about, you know.
We're just living Plague Inc. in like an arcade in like 4222.
Yeah, so like, I mean, you know, sometimes things like this are just fun to think and talk about. The funnest thing to me, if I were to actually try to say, like, if someone genuinely asked,
Yeah, Krez.
basically, right, Chris?
That's the thing that always
Someone
comes to
were to-
mind too when I'm talking about the simulation thing.
If someone were to genuinely, like, what I believed in, it would be in like the story of the egg, you know.
Right, Zen.
I like that's basically on a whole like level and of day-to-day operation of my behavior is what I guess that's what my religion is. That's what I believe.
Summarizing the egg, everyone is everyone. It's just a different lifetime. So every life that has ever lived on Earth, human-wise, is a life you have lived. And once you have lived every life throughout the span of humanity, you have finally become a fully grown being, I guess. Right?
Yeah, kinda. I don't believe in the point of the God part, like a celestial being thing. That's kind of out there for me. For me, it's a little more based on science, I guess. Where we're all just energy, you know, like recycled energy. And
you believe that
like with
consciousness
the universe,
is recycled.
like you said, yeah, like it's
At any given time, your
not the same
consciousness
thing.
exists as a new person,
yeah.
but can do so at any point in human history, but as a different person. Hello, that monkey. Welcome in, Larpington. Okay, and Derpy. Hello. I get you, Zen.
Polygamous.
Yeah, polygamist here. Yeah, nice. Zen, I agree with you there. Like, even if we're in a simulation, it doesn't change anything. But it's fun to think about.
I mean, do you think that hardcore religious people, who really without a doubt, believed in God and just like those people, if something was given that was hardcore proof that God did not exist, do you think that they would behave differently?
People still vote for Trump.
That's not the same.
It's the same concept. You can't
It's
change.
not. And
some people's
also,
minds can't be changed.
you don't talk about politics on here, right? Like, this is all like theoretical and interesting to talk about and to bounce ideas off of. But I don't want to steer the channel in that direction.
I meant that more. What Derpy just said, they won't believe it. It's people's minds can't be changed. The stubborn people will not change their mind. There are contrarians who, no matter what, will always say the thing that they want to say, that they believe in is what's true. You talk to that one aunt in your family. This is hypothetical. This doesn't actually it actually exist. You talk to that one aunt in the family who closes their ears to anything you say, and they're not actually listening to what you're saying. They're not going to hear the actual argument or the actual proof. Like if it turned out Mormons were right and the aliens came down, or I don't know, whoever they believe in. I think the Mormons actually is kind of like Christianity, kind of. If the Scientologists were right and the aliens came down and said, yeah, there's no God, it's just us. We're the ones who planted you guys here on planet Earth or some shit. You know, and they were there, and you could talk to them, you could meet them. The people who are stuck in their ways wouldn't believe it in the first place. You know, like it's that kind of thing. People are stubborn and don't want to take what people say at all, basically, and that's just how it is and has been throughout human history. People have their beliefs and they have their own little lives, and whether or not it's because they're being stubborn or whether or not that if they stop believing that their worldview and the things that they see the world as and they do in their daily lives, and that would cause their lives to drastically come crashing down. Who knows what the reason is, but those kinds of people exist and won't believe you. There are those people that are open-minded. There are those people that aren't open-minded but would believe you and would change their worldviews based on that. But there are that like vocal 20% of people that exist that just will not change ever. They just won't. You know these kinds of people.
It's true.
I know these kinds of people.
It's true. Yes.
It's like 20% of people are so stuck with what they are, they will not change, whether or not this is because of a mental illness, whether or not this is because of something else. 20% of people are completely unable to be convinced. No matter what, those people will not change.
Well, for one thing,
That's right, Zen.
Religion, as it has stand for hundreds of years, I believe it's a business first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
You know, than anything else. I mean, just look at Protestant, you know, religion. It was created from the, you know, religious and merchants from like the 14 or 15 or 1600s, where they got very upset because all of the people were, you know, taking time off work and basically donating all of their money to the church. And a bunch of people got together and created Protestantism and made it so they taught you to not buy things because they were tired of all of their stuff like going to the churches. Like, so they preached to not buy anything or whatnot, and basically had them. Oh, it's super weird. I don't know. I have to look at it again.
I agree with you, Zen. I'm not going to go into why I agree with you on that one because that one's a little bit iffy. But my thought process on religion, and I've told this in chat before. I've told this to Kraz. He knows my kind of thought on this, and my wife knows it's my thought on this. Religion came about due to one of three things. There are three causes for a religion to have been created. Okay, the first cause is someone mistook a phenomena. This has happened with ancient civilizations all the time, and they associate that with a god, and that creates a religion in some way. Whether or not that's passed down and created into books and passed down until it becomes current modern religions, that is different, but that's one of the ways. The second way is it's a code of ethics a story that people pass down in families, in communities, to help people be better people in general, and people immortalize that into a religion system. I see that as the Christianities of the world. These are organized religions that started out as codes of ethics and things and stories that people use to kind of teach lessons, and eventually it evolved into a full-blown religion where they're taking those words as gospel, literally as gospel, as truth, even though it's not meant to be taken in that specific light. And then there's the third way, which is to say some scam artist or some business person or someone in that kind of industry either takes an existing religion or makes up their own religion, twists it into something that they can make a lot of money at, and eventually that snowballs into either a religious business or a regular religion that currently exists. Those are the three types.
Those are the three most common skeptics takes on belief systems and organized religion.
Mm-hmm. Those are my beliefs on religion. Those are the three ways they're made. I'm sure there's other like smaller outlier ways they're made, but like you can boil basically every religion that's ever existed down into one of those three things. You know what I mean? Every religion that's ever existed can boil down into those three things specifically. Every religion's a sandwich. You mainly care about if they do more good than harm. That's what you tend to care about. Yeah, exactly.
See,
right.
The problem then with that whole statement that you made is I have to go to bed and I want to talk about this more. But
the problem is I have to go to bed. You just immediately get out of this fucking chat.
Then the problem with that is that most religions dictate what something is good or bad, right? Like what you're doing. It's the morals and ethics is, what they dictate. So that's where the whole wars and the argument come from. Fuck you, Kraz.
That was really good, love. That was really good.
I've already been on here too long. I mean, I think it's because my, pain meds kicked in and I started feeling a lot better.
I getcha.
But yeah, fuck you, Krez. I came into the chat and fucked shit up for you, and I'll do it again.
I agree with you, Zen. I think we're gonna raid now. Let's find someone to raid. Should we raid Apple Boy? I wonder if he's about to end the stream.
Yeah, Zen. It was good talking to you, Zen. Fuck you, Krez. All right, bye, guys.
Drink piss, lady. Yeah, for sure. Baby. Okay, fine. We'll raid the apple. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah words. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back on early tomorrow because my wife works. I might be back on late as well. Both. Who knows? We'll find out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.